Okay, guys, so yesterday, and I say yesterday because that's when I did it, I was telling you guys about all the wonderful stuff that I got from the wonderful Maker Deli, and they are our sponsors for this month. And I decided it would be really cool to go ahead and remake this. Now, I teach in the mornings for a company called VIP Kid, and I'm really up really early, sometimes as early as 3:30 in the morning. And then I homeschool my son, and then I teach piano, so my days are really busy. And one of the things that I wanted to do was to kind of mimic that journal page that I showed you guys. Let me show it to you guys again. I was really inspired by these products that I used last month, and I like this journal page that I did because it speaks to having strength from my higher power, having strength from God, and from all the things that He gives me, and brings me joy and strength. And so it says storms don't last forever. And so I was thinking about that, and I was like, I really want that on my fan. That when I'm working in the mornings, I could use that. And instead, now I'm actually thinking of, I really want to do something where I distress this, but I really like the idea of a strong arm and God being my strength. And I like the song by Lauren Daigle. I don't know if you guys know the song. I'm actually gonna put it here while I'm working. I'll see which one they'll let me do. But I was thinking of a woman here, and you say I'm strong and kind of journaling that. So let's get to it. You can hear my coffee in the background. Charlie, are you gonna come draw with me? So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pour some gesso on here. I use these as my little scrapers for all of my stencils. I try not to. I think I'm getting in the way of my writing, and I apologize for all the shadows. See if that helps a little bit more. My husband helps me with my writing because I'm still learning, guys. And thank you for. Let's see if I can edit that out. Okay, so my husband helps me with my writing. Let's open this first. Goodness gracious. Okay, so this is my third attempt at trying to do this part. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my gesso and I'm going to gesso my, I'm sorry, I'm really just new at all this. Gesso my cool little fan so that when I wake up in the morning and I have to teach in the morning, and sometimes when it's a little warm in that office, I just need a little breath of fresh air to cool me down as I'm teaching, that I could have a message that really, reminds me of the Lauren Daigle song and what, that where I think I am weak, God says I am strong, and pretty much focus on the whole, the joy of the Lord is my strength. I should be exhausted with everything I've been doing lately, but I'm really not, and I guess it's a real testament to how I've been living my life these days with much more gratitude, much more peace, much more patience, to the point where, I don't even like getting upset anymore and being angry or anything anymore. So that's why I wanted to fix my little fan. So this gesso I really like. It is called, it's a funny name, Studio 7. It's not a funny name, but it's called Studio 7, and it's a pretty decent heavy-bodied gesso, which is great because I'm going to use it with this stencil right here. So this is the stencil that I got from the Maker Deli the last time, and it is a Crafter's Workshop one. See? It's really cool. I really like it. So, and it is I don't know if it has a name. Oh, it's by this lady, Marlene, and I love her work. She's the one who did this stamp set, I think. Isn't she Marlene? Signature Collection? Yes, art by Marlene. So it's matchy. Okay, so I'm gonna let this dry, and I'm not gonna let you guys. You're not gonna have to be here, literally watching paint dry. So I will be right back with you. Okay, so now I'm going to use some Frisket. And this is what happens when you have a cute little boy who commands all your attention. So now I have some Frisket, and I'm going to go ahead, and my Frisket's really old. So it looks kind of odd, and I'm hoping this will work. And I'm going to go ahead on my muscle drawing, which it's all right. I'm not very happy with it, but I am learning to complete things, to finish what I start and not complain, and not look for perfection. So my new thing this year is complete, not perfect. Complete, not perfect. I mean, I strive for perfection. It's not like I want to go ahead and make everything look a mess. I don't, but I don't have dedicated hours for art anymore, and I will get caught up in the trying to be perfect so much. This is what happens when your Frisket gets old. It gets very gummy because I believe it's made from a gum. If I'm not mistaken, it's made from an actual gum, and it just dries up and then you just peel it off. So we're gonna work over it. This brand has lasted me, I can't even tell you guys where I got this. So I think we have enough Frisket there to last us a lifetime. Oh, actually no, we need a little bit on the fingers here. All right, let's try this again. Oh my goodness, just get on there. Let's try. I think it's time for me to get a new bottle of Frisket. Literally, I used to paint heavily in, well, not heavily in my 20s, but and when I was younger, and this bottle may very well be 20 years old. Okay, so this is it without me dropping it, and it is called Incredible White Mask. It's to me for a really long time. All right, so I'm going to put my brushes away. Okay, so one of the cool things about Frisket is that it is used by watercolor artists mainly to keep the completed areas of their paintings, because watercolor, it's reactivated again with water. So if you're doing a layer and you did mountains or anything, as you're going to fill in another area, colors will run in between each other. So especially if you've wet your paper first, and it depends on your paper. There's a difference between the cold press and the, I don't know if the other one's called hot press, but I know there's a difference between the cold press and the other kind. So here, what I've done, by laying that down, I'm going to go ahead and choose a palette of colors. I'm trying to use all the stuff that I got in my box, and I love green and I love blues. And I think that what I'm going to do is I'm going to sponge down, see what effect I can get with a little bit of sponging down of some colors, and then I'm going to go back with layers. But I think before that, I'm going to put my washi tape, because the challenge for this month was washi tape. And if you see this washi tape, it's little paint tubes. So I'm going to stick them all around, and then I'm going to paint over it. Oh. To kind of give it some texture and have some of those paint tubes sticking out from the bottom. I want to form fit this to the body. So I think what I'll do here is I'll just trace it and then I'll cut it out. Yeah, there you go. The boys are in the back talking about football because my son is insistent in testing our patience by trying to like other teams. So he's teasing his dad, and they do this all day sometimes. My son is 4 years old, and
Dad, he gave me one that has his peppers in the
look what
blacked out.
oh, I like that. Oh, I see that. So Daddy blacked out all of the teams, huh? Except for Green Bay. I love it. Okay, so let Mama finish. I actually like the way this is coming together. I like it with the paint tubes on there. Yeah. Okay, here, take this, baby. Take this. Okay. And so I'm gonna come up here and do the same thing. And just cut this down. I'm just doing this with a regular pencil. And then I'll cut it. I don't know why I love this washi tape so much, because I love art. Art makes me happy. Charlie. Okay, let's do it. Okay, so here you go. I like it off. I don't like it being right on the thing. I think that for. I think I want to add another section right here, like overlap in that one. Okay, so now I'm going to go over it with a little bit more of, no, I think I'm going to go for this green and this yellow. This is from our anthology. I bought this from one of the giveaway the mystery boxes from Josephine Fouad. She's a designer she's Holy Lisi on YouTube, and she's also has a company called the Maker Deli. So I think I'm going to stick to these two colors. Let me go get my... These are my current paints, so I think I'm really liking this limeade, this yellow, and that Dina Wakley magenta. So there's also this pretty glitter pigment Z ink that I got in the box. Can you see that? Look how I love swatches. All right, so I'm just gonna start rubbing in some paint. Okay.
But not the Patriots, because I want to be able to wipe the Patriots.
Okay.
All the left I'm blacking out.
All right, baby.
All the
I have
left
to.
of the ones we don't wipe, I'm blacking out.
It looks much brighter on the screen than it actually is. See if you could see right there. It's not as green. I love it.
There's my first, there's my second whiff I get.
Your second whip? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pull off the frisket, and I can see here that I'm gonna have to fill in a couple of areas, right? But it looks really cool to have that stark white against the rest of the background, and I'm not liking how muddy this looks right here, so I'm probably gonna use my stencil in that area first. So all you do is pull off the frisket, just like this, and you have a nice, crisp image. You gotta make sure you get it's really like boogers, so you gotta get it all off. But I like the idea of the muscles, you know. And I think one of my proportions are a little off, but you know, I didn't really. I'm not doing a portrait piece. I'm doing a quick multimedia piece. So okay, so here I'm using the stencil from the Maker Deli, and I'm going back with some of the oh, I'm trying the Distress Crayon over there, and I didn't like it, so I decided to scrap that. I added a little bit more frisket here, and then I'm going to go back and I'm going to use the stencil that comes. It's the Color Workshop, and you're going to see me. I'm going to tape it down with something, and then some blue tape, and use the Distressed inks to be able to give it a little bit of dimension. And the pink and the green overlap, it started turning muddy and I needed something to replace it. So here I'm adding the white paint to that fabulous foam art foamy that I love from the Maker Deli. I don't know why I like it. It's just, I don't know. It's a really cool star with, and it almost looks like a sunburst outside that surrounds the art foamy. And so there, I'm almost done, and I really like that white, except for the white one right there in the middle. But I'm going to cover that up with my words. Um, I'm using these vinyl stickers that are like 7 years old from Studio Calico, but if you can still find them, they're fantastic stickers. They really stick out very nicely. And I'm adding my words. You say I am strong, which again, remind me of the lyrics from Lauren Daigle, and I love that song. If you get a chance, look it up. She has wonderful songs. She was on she some awards show maybe last year, and she won for Best New Artist or something. So I'm cutting out the letters. I wrote them on the HP really smooth paper. It's an extra bright paper. It's actually the paper I like to practice my writing with. And so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to Mod Podge that in a minute. I'm just trying to figure out where I want my letters to lay. It's just, they're such pretty letters. They're nice and scripty, and they work very well to mimic hand lettering. So they do the trick. I really like them. Also, these letters are perfect if you want to paint over it and then peel them up, because they have that nice texture. They have that nice vinyl texture. I'm just making sure that my strong arm there is free of all the frisket that I used. I used it like 3 times, so it feels like boogers, so I had to keep clearing my paper. There, I'm doing practice with the word strong. It came out a little bit better on the white paper. And I'm just going to use my Tombow, my black Tombow. I want to emphasize my cross there as part of like my faith art, and the reason that I chose this. And then I'm going to go over this with the Versamark embossing pen, and I'm going to use Fun Stampers Journey enamel black embossing powder, which to me, well, I have had the Wow one, I've had the Recollections one, but black fine powder is really, really hard to come by. And when you do get it, by all means, make sure that you stock it forever. So here you go. I'm going over it again with the Mod Podge. I just want to set my letters down, and we are almost done. I'm going to let that dry, and then I'm going to come back and probably go over it. But I like the way this looks. I like that circular part over the arm there too, over the arm muscle. I think it looks pretty cool. I like. Okay, everyone, so this is my project. I am going to probably pair it up with the other side. It says, "You Say I Am Strong," from the Lauren Daigle song. I would just want to go over my body over here with my micron pen. Just emphasize the body. I wanted to kind of leave you with this, that, there are days that I wake up in the morning, I have an autoimmune disease, and it's completely controlled and managed, but some days the pain has me kind of shaking my fist at God and kind of saying, I'm really tired, God, I can't do it today. But the reality is I work, and I like to work. I work because I have to, but I also enjoy working. And so those days that it's really, really hard for me, I kind of look to him to be my strength. And I'm really glad I do, because I look towards him, things seem a little bit easier. And I know that he strengthens me, and he reinforces me, even though I may think that I am weak and, I can't do it in my own will. He kind of pushes me forward. And, I like the way that looks. So I don't want to rub it. I'm going to have to dry it again. I'm tracing the Mod Podge letters that I did in the paper. I'm tracing them a little bit more with the micron, just so it feels, so it's a little bit more differentiated from that little white piece. But I just wanted to, encourage you guys. I made something that I can pick up each time. There's washi tape in there. I love to draw. I love to paint. I love to scrapbook. I love to craft. I love to art journal. If it has color, I love to do it, including my makeup. which is funny because my son is turning out to be just like he gets it from his mama, because he is also very inky, and my friends used to nickname me, I would be the one with the dirtiest hands when we would be scrapbooking, just plain scrapbooking, not even art journaling or anything, but I would just use ink on everything I could find my hands on. I'm just going to go ahead and trace out, see if this will go over. It's not rolling over my paint very well, so I don't want to damage it. I'm going to get one of my white paint pens. Oh, actually, I wonder how it would look if I did black. I just traced my stars out in black. I committed, so it's my new thing too. Just commit to things, just to get it done, get it completed, not make it so complicated. I'm trying to be more joyful in that sense, that, everything doesn't have to be such an ordeal. No, I actually liked it with the white. Oh well. Now that I did that one, I have to come over here and do this one. Maybe this one will come out a little better. But yeah, completing is more than worrying about perfection and having things sitting there. So. Alright guys, so here you go. I really like it. I love this body part right here. I'm going to try to see if I can get some paint in there. And okay everyone, thank you for watching, and don't forget to check out themakerdeli.com. Have a great day, and thanks for liking and subscribing. Thank you.